Hey guys, so today we're here with Mickey Cavasos out of Houston, Texas, Rockstar agent, good friend of mine. Mickey, tell me, why did you get into real estate?
Hey, Jason, thanks for having me, man. Well, one of the reasons I got into real estate was I've always seen it from the outside in. I was in college. I had some friends that were doing it. My fiance's brother was doing it, and he was, very successful at it. So I was noticing that, okay, I'm not really taking off in my glass ceiling career at the time, which before I came in real estate, I was actually an apartment manager. I managed a little over 500 doors, and we were in certain parts of different cities here in Houston and in Galveston County. So I managed those accounts. I did a lot of evictions, a lot of property distress where we had to fix things. We also brought on people so we were also doing that part, but I never did real estate sales, so I had no clue how that worked. But however, I visited my fiance's brother. His name's Sam, and his house is just, I was so impressed with the house because the guy, he never went to college or any of that, so he's not, like he says it himself, he wasn't the best school student,
Right.
but he did a great career. So I was like, man, you could afford this kind of house, and I'm up here with a college degree and working at an apartment complex, and so that inspired me, so I got inspired, and that's literally what inspired me to take the next step and finish my classes. So the funny thing is, actually, I took my first classes a very, very long time ago, like over 10 years ago.
Whoa.
But I never finished it. Never finished anything. I already finished everything. I never took the test. So when I came back, I had to retake the test. I mean, the classes and everything. So I would have been in real estate longer if I would have actually finished it.
Well, I've been hearing that story from people. They're trying to get into the exam, and or they're doing the classes, but having problems getting to the exam. So you're out in Houston. What do you like best about the area? What keeps you in Houston?
Man, where did I start, man? Houston is extremely diverse. So we're a huge melting pot here, where every single culture is there's a presence for everything here, from food to just culture events to like festivals. I mean, it's such a foodie city that it's nearly impossible to know how many restaurants are opening, and they're extremely well done. This is gourmet stuff here, and that's one of my things. I love food. Whenever I'm not enjoying the gym and things like that, which I eat normally pretty well, but the days that I like to go out, I like to experiment and go out to different things. So that's one of the things. And obviously the people are amazing here. The Houstonians, they're natives. They definitely have more southern hospitality. People that are moving out of the from out of the city to Houston, they learn the ways a little quicker. The only bad thing is that there's a lot of traffic, but beyond that, because we're reaching the third biggest city in the whole United States. Beyond that, I mean, there's just so many cool things to do here, and just outdoor stuff, and the houses here are definitely still worth buying versus other areas where you can get a lot for your money.
Wonderful. So you were at another brokerage before EXP. What problems were you experiencing at that brokerage?
So I was at a flat fee brokerage before I came here. I won't name names, but I was at a flat fee brokerage. I was there for a little over a year and about a month or two. 6 months into being in this company, however, I did hear about EXP. I wish I joined sooner, but the problems I was having there is it was mainly where people went to go hang their licenses, and I had bigger goals. I wanted to sell more. I wanted to be around other Eagles. And then, usually traditionally when you go to a flat fee brokerage, a lot of agents are not selling a lot. The number one team in the whole nation, I'm talking about the whole 50 states, they wouldn't even make it into the top 10 in Houston right now, because they're for EXP, because there's just so much high caliber, agents, and that's what I wanted. That's what I was looking for. So that was the first thing. The other thing is, obviously there was no technology, there was no support. The little gatherings we had, it was nothing productive as far as what can we do to get more business, and what can we do to improve our systems, and no one knew anything. So that was another thing. I didn't have the right people around me. Then obviously after that, I noticed that the support that I truly needed wasn't there when I needed it, like I mentioned earlier. So those two things were the biggest things. However, I wasn't 100% commission, which at the time I thought that I was just saving a lot of money by staying there. But that did not end up being true.
I hear you. I hear you. So moving across to EXP, how did EXP solve those problems?
Absolutely. So as soon as we came, I've been here for 4 years at EXP. Now, when 4 years ago, EXP is a different EXP from today. So it was almost like we were like the guinea pigs. So a lot of things we were, exposed to. I was like, okay, this could improve, that could improve. A lot of stuff improved actually, because we were still, a baby face company. We still are actually.
Right.
But especially 4 years ago, we did not have a lot of our systems in place that we were learning as we were going. This is even before we hit the NASDAQ. A lot of the systems that we used back then, like for example, we had Commissions Inc. Now we have KV Core. Our emails were different. I mean, everything was different. The cloud, the EXP world looked different, and so it's almost like 8-bit Nintendo games back then versus today. It's more like like Fortnite. True. That's like the difference, of how much of improvement EXP happened. But those issues that the broker support has here in EXP is phenomenal, because I always tell people it's almost like we have too much help here, because if you're a new agent, right, you have your mentor, you have your sponsor, you have their upline, and then you have your compliance officers, and then you have your brokers, right? Because every state has one or multiple brokers, depending how big you are, per state. Now, in Texas, just like in Florida, there's quite a bit of brokers. Now, the beauty of that is that anytime I need help, right? I literally go to the cloud. I don't have to go 20 minutes or 30 or an hour driving to the next office, wait in line till my broker says, okay, who's next? And get a quick 10-minute peep talk, and then drive back another hour. Here, I literally, I'm sitting here, and I could be in some pajamas, and I'm in the cloud, and within 5 minutes, I literally have every answer that I need on my contracts. So that's huge for me, because the support I have here is phenomenal. And then the other thing is also the collaborations that I'm able to have. I don't think this could happen anywhere else, because at EXP, we don't consider each other competitors. We consider each other collaborators, even if we're not in the same group. So everywhere I go, I ask questions, and I'm talking to this like top producer that's like selling $300 million a year, and he's like, why are you talking to me? Like, I feel like I should be paying you for this information. But because the more I perform and the better I do, the more the company's stock improves. And obviously, so we all want to be profitable. As far as being a profitable company, then our stocks become better. So that's why we're collaborators, because now we're, interlined in the same mission. And then the third thing, obviously, was the problem to solve was the technology. It's phenomenal here. The training is insane. One of my favorite classes I took before was the Zillow class from Brad Henderson on how to better your performances in Zillow. And a lot of that stuff I took into heart, and I performed better on Zillow. And then they teach you how to actually use those technologies to bring more business. So the fact that they teach you, they'll give you the technology, but they'll give you the blueprint to actually use the technology properly. To me, that was phenomenal, because yes, other brokerages might give you a little bit of training, or they'll give you some technology and they'll just leave you alone, and good luck. Here, I mean, there's 80 hours a week of freaking training. There's so much. So it's like I said, there's almost too much help, too much training, in a way, and which is great, because you're not forced to go to them, but if you need to go to it, for a fact there will be training. So those are the things that I definitely appreciate.
Everything that the EXP will is amazing. The technology is amazing. The support is truly amazing, for sure.
Absolutely.
So Mickey, if you had one thing to tell the world, one message, what would it be?
Oh man, for real estate is if you're brand new to the game, definitely be patient. Surround yourself with other people that are doing what you want to do and more. If you do meet people in your office, surround yourself with those type of people, right? But the other thing is you want to also be in a brokerage that supports that vision. If you're here to to, we're in the people business. So if you want to be around those types of people that have a ton of experience with that, there's no other company that does it the way we're doing it. We have phenomenal training, we have phenomenal technology and the collaboration, and also the other types of things that we could do to improve your other businesses is also phenomenal here. So like I said, if there'd be one advice is you got to look into the model of EXP, poke some holes, look around it. Obviously, you can give us a call and we'll tell you what it is that we're doing so differently, that why everyone's jumping here to EXP. And that's literally what I would do. I mean, if I was in real estate and not at EXP, I would definitely be thinking about coming to EXP, and I just hit my mic. But yeah, that's the number one thing I would do right now as far as growth. You need to come to EXP.
For sure. Well, thank you so much for taking the time again to speak with us. You need referrals, you need any sort of information regarding real estate in the Houston area, be sure to reach out to Mickey Cavasos.
Thanks, man, for having me.
Have a good one. Talk to you soon.